Hello and welcome to Horse Sense. I'm Mohit Lalwani to bring you all the horse racing action from Singapore and the rest of the world. Well, it's time for us to wind down 2015 and bring you the last of our big group races. It's the Group 1 Longines Singapore Gold Cup and step it up on the brink of history. The Longines Singapore Gold Cup is not just Singapore's most prestigious race, but the handicap that's run on the turf is also amongst the most difficult to win. In fact, winning the Triple Crown in Singapore has become somewhat of an impossible task to accomplish, with no horse ever having done so since its inception. The crown consists of 3 legs made up of the Panasonic Kranji Mile over 1600 meters, the Raffles Cup over 1800 meters, and the Singapore Gold Cup over 2200 meters. While some horses have won 2 of the 3 legs, not a single one has won all 3 races in a single calendar year. The horse that came the closest was Smart Bet, who won all 3 races, but that was over a span of 2 years, so technically that wouldn't count as a Triple Crown. In this particular case, the Mohammad Yusuf trained champion had landed the Panasonic Kranji Mile in 2001 before winning the Raffles Cup and the Singapore Gold Cup a year later.
And going to the lead is Thunder Away. Steeler Scenes rolled off the fence and Thunder Away shot through. Smart Bet is tracking through with him. It's Smart Bet coming after Thunder Away. Deep on the track, the Great Emperor striking diamond running home. Then came Firehouse, Thunder Away and Smart Bet. Smart Bet is coming at Thunder Away, the lightweight and the heavyweight. It's Thunder Away on the inside. He's drawn a half a length in front. Smart Bet's raising an effort. He's coming at Thunder Away. He's levelled up the big guy. Smart Bet moved up. He's joined Thunder Away. He's poked his nose in front. He's going to win the Gold Cup. Yes, Smart Bet does it. Smart Bet first, Thunder Away seconds.
After the first 2 legs, coming into the Longines Gold Cup can be extremely grueling for a horse, as the Gold Cup is Singapore's longest race run at the end of a Group 1 3-race series. One man, however, who seemed to have mastered winning this race was the Japanese genius Hideyuki Takaoka. Not only has he won the race more than anyone else, he is the only trainer in the past 10 years of the race's running who has won it a record 4 times. His charge, El Dorado, won 3 of those 4 runnings in 2008, 2009 and 2011, partnered all 3 times by jockey Ronnie Stewart, and in record timing in 2009.
El Dorado's also making a bid. They're followed by Top Spin. Now what's Callow going to do? He's giving them 4 lengths. He's over on the inside. Limbs Fighter with the green cap on the rails is staying on. Plenty of chances. 300 to go. Ribeiro and Jade. Trigger Express, El Dorado, Chevron. And the Hornet starting to wind up on the outside. Jade and El Dorado. Chevron on the outside with the Hornet. It's Jade just in front. Coming home is El Dorado. El Dorado, he's a half a length in front of Chevron as they reach the wire, and El Dorado wins the cup. Racing, and Eddie Humer hesitated at the start, missed the line. Big Maverick, Rococo, White Papa going forward with Stealth on the outside. Just in behind those is Royal Star, and also Jade is pressing on from an outside barrier. Big Maverick's back over on the inside, followed by Imperial Green, El Dorado. Then Watch the Crab there, followed by Given Vision. Desert Lynx has gone back to be 4th last. Then New Koala Dipang. 2nd last is Marco Kid, and Big Valor is at the tail. El Dorado to the outside with Jade. They're followed by White Papa and Big Maverick sticking to the inside. Then Imperial Green. Jade's on the outside and Marco Kid together with Watch the Crowd giving them a big start. 300 metres to go. Given Vision gets through. El Dorado goes up on the outside, puts his head in front of Given Vision. Big Maverick through on the rails. Then Desert Lynx and Marco Kid on the outside. El Dorado's in front and he burned it away. Given Vision in 2nd placing. Then Desert Lynx and Marco Kid, but El Dorado, it's gold, gold, gold. A length and a half on Given Vision. Desert Lynx 3rd. Racing in the Longines Singapore Gold Cup for 2011. Always Certain and Flying Falcon left nicely. Gordon Roberts being heeled up and Lazar bounced away nicely. Nandara's going forward as well, followed by Speed Baby. Clint caught out wide. Samurai Phoenix is keen between horses. They were followed by El Dorado sneaking up to the inside of Always Certain and Samurai Phoenix. Martial Art trying to get in. Hint is out wide as they go towards the back from Risky Business. Just off them as they turn Samurai Phoenix. Clint trying to come through.
Polino out wide. Eldorado gets up on the inside, 400 metres to go. Lazar went to the lead, but here's Eldorado. Speed Baby always certain running on behind them, and Hint begins to come into it nicely down the outside, flying foot, but Eldorado raced up on the inside of the 200. He has a fight here with Lazar, finishing on behind them. Hint and always certain. Eldorado went to the lead. Lazar going with him. Eldorado just in front. Lazar tries to hold him. Eldorado draws clear, and a three-peat in the cup for Eldorado.
The fourth time that the trainer won this race was with Better Life in 2012, who had Alan Munro guiding her home.
And last of all, as they turn into the straight, is Fighter Jet. For home they come. Mitre Peak is joined by Flax. Cash Luck Devonshire. Lazar gets the run through. They were followed by Zach Influence, and here's Better Life chiming in down the outside, and Deep Pockets coming with it. Flax is just in front over Mitre Peak, but Better Life, the mare, zoomed up on the outside. Deep Pockets and Morris Trillo come from the back. Better Life in front in the cup. Deep Pockets getting there on the outside. Morris Trillo running on. Better Life in front. Deep Pockets. Morris Trillo trying to get there, but another one for the Master Takaoka.
Another illustrious horse who stamped his name on the honour roll here was the China Horse Club owned Tropias from Michael Friedman's yard. He scored a triumphant victory in this race in 2013 with Tommy Berry in the saddle.
Then Wild Geese. Now Dragonfly snuck right up on the fence as they turn for home as well. Super 97 coming to the outside, and Dujardin, Lord Brompton in behind them. 350 metres to go. Musketeer is the narrow leader. Iraqi Caraco out in the middle with Dragonfly driving through. Wild Geese gets the run. Super 97 out wide. Iraqi Caraco in front. Wild Geese, Dragonfly, Super 97, and Trapeus is out deeper. It's Iraqi Caraco in front. Super 97, Dragonfly. Trapeus flies down the outside. Trapeus goes to Iraqi Caraco and lands the cup. Trapeus from last wins it from Iraqi Caraco.
And in 2014, it was Pat Shaw's Quechua who was crowned the best in Singapore after a famous and hard-fought victory.
Top of the strike, Goodman is the leader. Going up on the outside to test him now is Quechua as they turn in. Over on the inside, Cheddar on Fire. War Affair comes at him out in the middle of the track, followed by Trapeus. He's running on strongly behind them. Quechua went to a narrow lead. Cheddar on Fire, Trapeus, Goodman. War Affair finding the weight a little bit too much. It's Quechua in front. Cheddar on Fire, Trapeus running on his Emperor's Banquet. War Affair near the end. Quechua just in front. Cheddar on Fire driving through on the inside. Emperor's Banquet late, but Quechua for Corey Brown takes the cup.
The post position draw kicked off proceedings a few days before the big day.
Sabaran, the man in charge of riding on the weekend. What gate will he come from? Gate number 10. It's not too bad. Not too bad for a perfect P. Each other. What have we got there, Shane? You turn it, cover it. 14. Okay. Lucky number 14 for Martin. So Imperial March, gate number 9. Gate number 9 for Imperial March. Gate number 3. Gate number 3 for Trapeus. So Emperor's Banquet and gate number 11. Gate number 11. Gate number 5. Gate number 5 is a good one. So Ala Victory drawn in gate number 5. Oh, gate number 18. Gate number 18, so he's drawn wide here, Quechua. What can you do with this one, Laurie? Gate number 1. Wow, the Triple Crown is on the line.
All eyes were on Step It Up in the parade ring as the Laurie Laxon schooler was looking to become the first horse in history to win the Singapore Triple Crown. Step It Up was slightly built, but where he lacked in bulk, he made up in heart and spirit. It was therefore no surprise that champion jockey Nunez opted to stay with him despite the heavy impost on the scale. Fastnet Dragon from Leslie Khoo's yard had all the characteristics of a top thoroughbred. He didn't have much to find to win here, and despite going over this trip for the first time, was heavily supported with Alan Munro on his back. Pat Shaw always brings a strong hand into this race, and with 3 runners here, was holding quite a few aces, including last year's winner and the 2015 Emirates Singapore Derby winner, Quechua, who had Corey Brown on. Perfect P, who had Baron Voster on board, and the relatively unexposed Cuptado, who would be guided by the also unexposed apprentice Rizwan Shafiq. It wasn't long before the pre-race proceedings were done and the horses left the parade ring to go to the start. Well, it's time for a short break. On that note, the horses are at the starting gate. We'll take a short break, come back and find out if Step It Up can in fact create history today. Welcome back to Horse Sense. The horses are at the starting gate and ready for the Longines Singapore Gold Cup. Step It Up, who's won the Panasonic Crown G Mile and the Raffles Cup, on the brink of being the first horse ever to win the Singapore Triple Crown. Let's find out how it worked out for him.
Going into the barriers is Fastnet Dragon, takes up its position in the all-pink predominant colours, a little bit of grey in there as well. There's Husey coming along and Wild Geese for Matt Callady. They had a winner earlier on in the day as well. Emperor's Banquet looking to go one better than last year. Goes up, Naresh Jaglal in the saddle. So we're all set now, ready to go. Starter looks across the line. They're racing in the Gold Cup. A little bit slowly out Valbuena, and also Martin went back to the rear. Fastnet Dragon away quickly with Twickenham looking for him to take it up over on the inside, and here comes Order of the Sun, heeled up by Woodworth, and the expected leader is going to take up that role. Order of the Sun rolled up to the lead over Twickenham, Fastnet Dragon over on the inside, then Cheetah on Fire, Perfect P. A La Victory down on the fence from Emperor's Banquet, getting buffeted around the first corner. Blue Danube just ahead of him. Now Keshwar trying to get in, but trapped out 3 wide initially from Step It Up the rails. Then Husey, Copetado, Wild Geese. Getting back was Seabrose, Valbuena on the inside, and 3 lengths away to Martin. Into the back straight they go, 1,500 metres left to run. Order of the Sun made play in the Cup, out by 3, 4 lengths over Twickenham. Fastnet Dragon settling beautifully in 3rd position. 4th is Perfect P, then A La Victory. Cheetah on Fire the outside. Next is Blue Danube. Now getting across to be one off is Keshwar. Then came Step It Up over on the inside. They were followed by Emperor's Banquet. Husey's trapped out wide. Next of all is Copetado, Valbuena. Seabrose is back 3rd to last. Behind it, Wild Geese. And at the rear is Martin. About to turn off the back in the Longines Singapore Gold Cup, and Order of the Sun, as he did in the Derby, is raced out with a massive lead. Order of the Sun led by 5 lengths over Twickenham. Fastnet Dragon in 3rd from Perfect P, A La Victory. Keshwar appears to be travelling well in 6th position and beginning to make its move. Then Blue Danube, Cheetah on Fire, Emperor's Banquet. Husey's been wide throughout. Step It Up from an inside gate's going to be ridden for luck from Copetado. Seabrose makes his move. Then Wild Geese, Valbuena at Martin. For home they come in the Cup. Order of the Sun about to be joined by Twickenham and Fastnet Dragon going up on the outside in the pink. Fastnet Dragon out to the middle of the track has raced away in the Cup with 400 metres to go. Twickenham sticks with him. They were followed by Perfect P. Getting through is Copetado. Keshwar down the outside. Step It Up is battling, but Fastnet Dragon clear inside the 200 metres. Perfect P, Copetado trying to run it down. Fastnet Dragon the leader in the Longines Singapore Gold Cup. Copetado running a big race. It begins to fly. Fastnet Dragon, Copetado through on the inside. They hit a tight one. I'd say Copetado a nose to Fastnet Dragon.
Yeah, very nice. Obviously nice for the owners. They're not here, obviously they're in Russia. And I spoke to Evgeny, the manager, last night. I said, obviously, we got the best barrier out of the lot, but hopefully he can use it with the blinkers. And it did the trick. The blinkers did the trick. He travelled through the race. And what a ride from Shafiq. Great ride. Yeah, he came here. He was a bit off form when he arrived. Obviously, they were a little bit worried about his runs in Dubai. But like I said, once he acclimatises, he will be a good stay here. And he's the type of race the Gold Cup will suit him. And that's why they sent him here.
I can't believe it, because I got offer right on Gold Cup from Petshaw. I was very happy and very appreciate for opportunity here. First time, my plan was to go race forward a bit, and he just jumped out too slow, and I don't want to overdo it on him because it's very long distance, He was traveling happy on the bit. He just travel, and then last 1,000 meters. Around there, he just dropped a bit, and I keep moving, make him moving forward. And at the straight, they offered the room for me. I just keep going and keep going.
Copetado ran down Fastnet Dragon to win on the post in what was a very decisive ride. With this victory, the son of equal stripes has taken his earnings to nearly $1 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed a stunning finale of the Longines Singapore Gold Cup of 2015, and it gives me great pleasure to invite on stage for the presentation ceremony Mr. Moses Lee, Chairman Tote Board, Mr. Lim Ju Boon, Chairman Singapore Turf Club, Mr. Claude Janen, Regional Sales Manager Asia Pacific from Longines International, and also Ms. Jazz Guo, Brand Manager Longines Singapore. It's now my pleasure to invite Mr. Lee to present the trophies for the Longines Singapore Gold Cup of 2015, and the winning owner will receive the Longines Conquest Classic Moon Phase, and the winning trainer and jockey will also receive the Longines Conquest 100 Horse Racing, compliments of our sponsor Longines. The winner of the race, of course, Coptado, raced by Red Stable, and to receive the trophy and the watch on behalf of the winning owner, Ricardo Lagrange. Congratulations go to a Red Stable with this horse, Coptado, and well done to Ricardo Lagrange, of course an integral part of the Shore operation. They had so many runners in the Gold Cup today, and they've come up trumps, of course winning the race last year, the Shore operation with Keshwa, this year with Coptado. And now Ricardo will receive a Longines Conquest Classic Moon Phase from Claude Janen. Beautiful timepiece as well. Well, congratulations to Red Stable and also Ricardo Lagrange. Now it's time to welcome up the winning trainer, and he's done it again. It's Patrick Shaw. Victorious last year with Keshwa, this year it's with Coptado, and a man that's had so much success here in Singapore down through the years, tastes success again in a feature race, the Longines Singapore Gold Cup. And Pat Shaw will now receive from Mr. Claude Janen the Longines Conquest 100 Horse Racing. Another beautiful timepiece. Congratulations to Pat Shaw. Well, as we know, Pat's had so much success in feature races down through the years, but this is a unique moment for a young man who's ridden with distinction right through 2015, and today he gets his rich reward. Please make him welcome the winning jockey, Rizwan Shafiq. Well, this really caps off quite an extraordinary year for this young man. Recently outrode his claim, champion apprentice again in 2015, and this caps it off, taking out the Longines Singapore Gold Cup. And Rizwan Shafiq will now receive from Ms. Jazz Gore the Longines Conquest 100 Horse Racing. Beautiful timepiece from Longines. Well done to Rizwan Shafiq. Well, thank you, Mr. Lee, and thank you, Ms. Gore, and also Mr. Janen. Congratulations go to all winners. It's Coptado's victory in the Longines Singapore Gold Cup in 2015, as we have a group photograph up on stage.
Well, and just too much for Step It Up today, but Pat Shaw a winner yet again. We take a short break and bring you the rest of this episode in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Horse Sense now. Welcome back to Horse Sense, an unlikely winner, you'd have to say. Let's take a look at his pedigree.
They're racing in the Gold Cup. A little bit slowly our Velbuena, and also Martin went back to the rear. Fastnet dragging away quickly with Twickenham, looking for him to take it up over on the inside, and here comes Order of the Sun. About to be joined by Twickenham and Fastnet Dragon going up on the outside in the pink. Fastnet Dragon out to the middle of the track has raced away in the Cup with 400 metres to go. Twickenham sticks with him. They were followed by Perfect P. Getting through is Coptado. Keshwa down the outside. Step It Up who's battling, but Fastnet Dragon clear inside the 200 metres. Perfect P, Coptado trying to run it down. Fastnet Dragon the leader in the Longines Singapore Gold Cup. Coptado running a big race. It begins to fly. Fastnet Dragon, Coptado through on the inside. They hit a tight one. I'd say Coptado a nose to Fastnet Dragon.
Pat Shaw is one trainer who has a steady supply of Argentinian thoroughbreds at Kranji, and that too with considerable success. This year he has won another big race in Singapore when his Argentinian bred 5-year-old Coptado won the Longines Singapore Gold Cup, a Group 1 race over 2,200 meters. Coptado is a son of equal stripes who won 2 graded races in Argentina, the Clásico Utano over 2,000 meters and the Clásico Miguel Cain over 1,600 meters. He also ran second in the Grade 1 Gran Premio Carrera de la Estrella Juvenile over 1600 meters, and with Guptado winning the Group 1 Longines Singapore Gold Cup, he has become Equal Stripes' highest money earner. Equal Stripes is a son of Candy Stripes. Candy Stripes ran second in the French 2000 Guineas, and through his sire Blushing Groom provides some speed into this pedigree. Over on the dam side, Guptado's dam Coordinada is well performed, and she won the Gran Premio Estrella Juvenile Fillies, a Group 1 race over 1600 meters in Argentina. His broodmare sire, Ride the Rails, won the Foolish Pleasure Breeders' Cup Stakes, and at 3 years old was second in the Grade 1 Florida Derby. Guptado has a dosage profile of 2, 2, 7, 1 and 0. The 2 and 2 points make 4 in speed, and the 7 classic points take Guptado to the 1.25 miles to the 1.5 miles range, with the 1 point adding in just a bit of stamina. It's therefore no surprise that with an index of 1.67 that Guptado stayed to win the Group 1 Longines Singapore Gold Cup. Well, and that's all we have on this episode of Horse Sense. As always, thank you for joining me. Till I see you on the next episode, goodbye. And as always, may the horse be with you.